Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the bridge design pattern and we'll see how to implement it. So let us start. So the bridge design pattern is basically it's a structural design pattern that decouples the abstraction from the implementation. That's the main purpose of using the bridge design pattern. Why do we want to decouple it? That is the point is that we have multiple dimensions that can vary. So we want to keep them separate so that both of them can vary simultaneously and can be developed at the same time. So let us take an example to understand it. So the first example I would say is the most common example that we take is a device and a remote. Let us say a device is a kind of TV or a radio, and there is a remote that controls it. Now, both of them have their own independent functionalities. So we can keep both of them separate and we can link both of them together through a bridge pattern so that if we want to develop any of these, we can independently do that. That is the major point. So we'll take another example. So I have taken an example of payment system. Let us say you have a payment gate, multiple payment gateways, right? You have PayPal, you have PhonePe, Paytm, Razorpay, and all of those. Simultaneously, also you have multiple payment methods. You can have EMI, you can have one-time payment system, or you can also have subscription. Now, do you think both of them are related to each other? Like, I can use any payment method, and over that I can use any payment gateway, right? I should be able to use ideally. So in those cases, the bridge pattern comes into the picture. It links both of them together, whereas you can develop both of them simultaneously. So let us try to implement it. I have created these notes and I've also added the code in it so that you can revise it quickly. So let us try to implement the bridge pattern first. So I'll create a bridge.cpp. Let us start with the coding part. Hash include IOStream using namespace std. Now, since I told you that we are going to take an example of the payment system, let us create an interface for the payment gateway and an interface for the payment method. And then we will try to create the concrete classes and then we will link together. So, so we will start with the gateway first. So let us say we have a class called payment gateway, right? Inside this, I would be having some public methods, which I'll be making them virtual, void process payment, let us say, right? Double amount, it will take some amount and we'll be implementing it inside the concrete class. Now we have another method, which is virtual destructor payment gateway, and we'll leave it empty. Now we can create concrete gateway. Let us take an example of PayPal itself. So class PayPal gateway. It will implement public the payment gateway, right? Now we need to override the method here. So we'll have void process payment double amount, and I'll just see out a data, see out processing some amount via PayPal, correct? Now, since we are not doing any change inside the method, we can also make this method as constant method, just to uh, like just to show you that we can make this method as constant method as well. But in real scenario, we'll be performing some tasks. We might change some internal variable, internal method instances. So in those cases, we'll not be making this constant. So now let us create an interface for the payment method. So let us say payment method. We'll create a class called payment method. Inside this, what I need is, first of all, let us write the public methods. We'll be having a constructor payment method. Now let us leave it for now. We'll see what all arguments do we need further. Virtual void make payment. Again, I would need an amount and I'll leave it empty. Virtual, I need a destructor payment method. Okay, we'll leave it empty. Yeah, after this, we need a concrete class, right? So let us complete this first. So what I want to show is, somehow you have to bridge this, the gateway with the method. So you need a gateway inside the method itself. So you can create here a payment gateway, right? Payment gateway pointer. Let us name it gateway, right? In the same way, you can take it as an argument in the constructor payment gateway pointer, and you will get a gateway. And what we can do is we can directly assign the gateway here, right? So by this, they can be linked together. Now let us create the concrete class. So we'll be having a class, say, one time payment, which implements public payment method, right? We'll be having a constructor. In this, we'll be taking an argument same as payment gateway pointer. Let us name it G. And what we'll be saying is pass it to the parent class payments method, and we'll pass it into it. Right. By this, we have completed, means we have assigned the payment gateway. Now we also need to override the make payment method, which is going to take a double amount. And what we can do is we can show that we are going to init the payment process. So I'll just see out init one time payment in and then I'll be calling the gateway. Okay, so fine. We'll be calling the gateway, and over this, I'll just call the process payment, and I'll pass the amount over here, right? So since we are having the gateway as private, that's why it is not being accessible. What we can do here is we can make it protected over here. Now it will be accessible, right? Now we can create some more classes, like let us say subscription based payment as well. I'll create a class called as UP subscription payment, and it will also implement publicly the payment method. Inside this, Again, inside the public visibility, we'll be having the constructor, which will take a payment gateway pointer G, and we can just say my gateway will be assigned with G. Now make payment method will be there, double amount. Inside this, again, let us print the init subscription payment, and then we'll just say gateway. So I'm going to call the same function payment gateway over here. So don't get confused. We might be having different functions for one time and different function for the subscription inside the gateway. But for now, we are just trying to make it like simple. So we'll just say that it is the same variable. Okay, here I need to pass the G to the parent class payment method, right? So with this, the concrete class is also completed. Now let us see how we can make use of it inside the main method. So int main, we are having PayPal gateway, let us say. We'll name it PayPal, and we'll be having one-time payment. We'll name it, let us say, OTP method. And inside this, since I'm taking the pointer, I have given the argument as pointer, so I'll just pass the address of my PayPal. Now, after this, if I want to call uh, the process payment, I'll just say the make payment method over here, and I'll pass some amount, let us say 100. In the same way, if I want to make it for subscription payment, I'll just say, let us say sub, and I'll just pass the argument as PayPal, and we can just say sub dot make payment, and we'll pass some amount, let us say 20, return 0. Now let us see what do we have an error. Okay, payment gateway cannot be created because the concrete class that we have created is PayPal gateway. So I'm creating a PayPal gateway, but I'm taking an argument with the interface name. So now let us try to run this code, and we'll see if we have any error. Okay, in G++, we have bridge.cpp-o bridge. We'll name it bridge itself. So it compiled successfully. Now let us try to run it. Okay, sorry, it should be bridge. We are in the same file, yeah, exe file. So once I run this, you can see first it got init for one-time payment. It made the processing, then for subscription, and we did it for subscription processing as well. So this is the way how we implement the bridge pattern. So you can see that we link them together. Inside the constructor, we took the gateway, and then we have the reference of the payment gateway inside the payment method through which we are going to make the payment. So this is the way how the bridge pattern is implemented.